Hi Jim, the team returned to action away at Dunfermline on Tuesday after a couple of weeks break. Your thoughts heading into the game, and obviously in the intervening period there's been a couple of wee bounce games as well, East Kilbride and Stenhousemuir. How's the kind of 2 week break gone, and your thoughts going into the game, please?
I mean, I think the game's one that we're really looking forward to. It's Dunfermline have been one of the most consistent sides this year. Real firepower on the team, and a team always threatened to score goals and always look to go forward. A very entertaining team. So we know we have to go to defend very well to have any chance coming back with a result. The last 2 weeks, it's a bit frustrating really. You don't mind the odd week here and there. It gives us a little bit of time to recover, maybe some injured players, and maybe look at one or two things in training. I think when you're missing for 2 weeks, it's quite a long time, just to keep the players ticking over. And you've got to get the balance right between, give them a couple of days here and there to have a break, but still working hard enough to make sure that we're ready, that when the Dunfermline match comes up, we're up to speed. And that's part of the reason why we arranged those couple of bounce games, as you mentioned, against East Kilbride and against Stenhousemuir. And I think that's important, that players still keep that game mentality. It gives us a chance to look at one or two players. Obviously we brought Luca Gasparotto on in that time, and Luca hadn't played for a few weeks, so it was good for him to get 90 minutes. And again, a few of the young players get involved as well in these games, and it's always good as well for them to get a little taste of it. And also, from my point of view, it lets us see how close they are to competing for a first team place.
The game against Dunfermline was actually a rearranged game. Is that quite important as well, because it could have been another week again with Falkirk if that wasn't rearranged? Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect to go and play a team like Dunfermline when you haven't played for a couple of weeks. They're obviously the game of the weekend against Queen's Park, so they should be a little bit more game sharp than perhaps we would be. But as I said, once you get into these kind of type of games, then I think you really should have a degree of anticipation, and that should get you up to speed very quickly. But no, I think it's one of those situations, Jonathan, where we're just we've had our break. That was the nature of it. The game was rearranged, and then we'll have 2 games in quick succession, Dunfermline and Falkirk, both away from home. So as I said, we'll need the squad, we'll need everybody to be fit and healthy, and we need everybody to be at their best.
Some good news on that front with Thomas. I was speaking to him there. Thomas is back. He got 90 minutes against Stenhousemuir as well. He may be available for selection.
Yeah, Thomas aware again, similar to we mentioned. One or two other boys. Gave us a chance. He didn't play against East Kilbride, but he obviously missed the last match at home. So he's that couple of weeks gave him a chance to recover, and that's one of the benefits of maybe having that break. So yeah, he should be fine. No adverse effects to his injury. Again, very important player for us, so delighted to have him back available again. And there's still one or two missing. Obviously Michael Tidser and Jai Kitongo are still missing, and Connor McManus had a setback in the Stenhousemuir game. He really about 15 minutes and felt his calf again. So sometimes you get a positive and sometimes you get a negative. So Thomas coming back was good, but Connor going out is just disappointing for the boy. And when Lee Kilday got his operation last week, and it seemed to go well, so we won't put a time scale on him coming back, but I just think from Lee's point of view, psychologically, I think it was important that he got good news from the consultant, and he can get into his rehab now and at least look to put his foot down now and try and get back to competitive action when he's ready.
You touched on bringing Luca back. Could I get a wee bit on you about that, Jim? Luca obviously done well here the last time. Yeah,
again, as we mentioned, Lee had to get another operation. Thomas aware had been missing, and we just felt that it was an area of the pitch where we were very light, and I wanted to try and get someone in that we could rely on, and I think it's people have their opinions whether they bring players back or not, but for me, Luca was a terrific boy. He fitted in well with all the players. I think that's always important, and as I said, he can play right across the back line. He can actually play as a holding midfielder if required. but he just gives us a real competition in that place, and I think that was something that we needed.
He'll be ready to go in straight away. He could be involved against Dunfermline as well then.
Yeah, it could be. Just say we obviously will look at everyone. It's not until next Tuesday, so there's still a few days. We'll have the players in tomorrow. We're in Sunday, and then really we'll start to kind of formulate the team. From then.
Excellent, Jim. Thank you very much for your time and good luck at Dunfermline on Tuesday.
Cheers, Jonathan.